I really truly think that this is one of the most interesting and most slept on testimonies that have happened in a very long time, because this is such like a new school type of testimony because of just the world that we live in right now, right? But essentially, she turned down millions of dollars in order to serve Jesus. Not very many people are doing that nowadays. Not very many people are doing that nowadays. So if you don't know who this is, I believe her name is Ariana, right? She posted this picture of herself at the Home Depot. This is her job where she worked at. I don't know if she still works there. I don't think she does anymore, but she used to, right? She posted this picture. And look, horny dudes worldwide went crazy. This went viral. All the dudes were after her. They all wanted her to start an OF, which if you don't know what an OF is, that's a good thing. Keep your mind pure. Like, for real. For real. But so many of these dudes wanted her to start an OF. I think she gained like hundreds of thousands of followers overnight, out of nowhere, just off of one picture. Right? And then it's crazy because they got mad that she didn't want to go into a career of sex work. I want to play this video. This is just a 30-second video. I'm spitting all over the place. I'm sorry. This is a 30-second video. I want to play this. But then after I play this, I want to show you the testimony that she posted, Ariana. I think that's how you pronounce it. If it's not, I apologize. But I want to show you this testimony from Home Depot girl to Christ. All right. Super interesting story. Let's go ahead and get into this part right here, just to give y'all some context in case you don't know what I'm talking about. All right.
So a tweet recently went viral of this woman who works at Home Depot. Daily Lowry posted a selfie that she took at work, which started up this huge debate about whether she was too pretty to work at Home Depot and if she should have started an OnlyFans instead. But she apparently also made a tweet about her being an inspiration to young girls who want to work regular jobs, which I think rubbed people the wrong way, but I also...
So somebody had commented on that photo and basically said that, she could start an OF, but she chose to work a regular job, and basically saying that she's too pretty to work a regular job. And her response was that, I really hope, this is her response on Twitter. She said, I really hope my post inspired little girls to realize getting money the right way is possible. And you gain so many insightful things and benefits doing it.
Think she meant it in a negative way. And then to make things even worse, there were a bunch of men who ended up doxing her and made her quit her job entirely. People online really take things too far. I honestly don't think she meant any harm and probably didn't expect it to go viral. But also to say that she needs to start an OnlyFans because she's really pretty is wild to me. I can't with the internet, but y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments down below.
So it got so bad. They were so offended by her saying that it's okay to work a regular job. You don't have to sell your body just because you look good. You can work a regular job and honor the temple that God gave you. They were so upset about that they doxed her at her place of work and she had to leave her job. So that's a little bit of the context. Now let me show you the testimony that she posted. I'll link this down below if you guys are interested in watching other videos of hers. All right, let's go.
Let's get ready while I talk about my testimony of being the Home Depot girl to finding my home in Christ. So if you didn't know, I am the Home Depot girl, quote unquote, and I went dumb viral for literally working a 9-to-5. In that time, I realized that going viral like that was like crazy to see, but it also made me very anxious and nervous and started to open my eyes towards God. Disclaimer, I've always been Christian though. Don't get it twisted. I've always been Christian. I grew up Christian. My daddy did not play that, baby. We was in the church and we was reading our Bibles and we were very much attentive to God. But as I got older and I went to college, I slipped from God actually, and I just really didn't realize it, and I just had that mindset like, oh, I'm young, so I can just do whatever I want and later I'll fix it. But God had another thing coming. It was just literally a random day at work and I posted a selfie and went crazy freaking viral, and it just went completely south so quick and I didn't know what to do, y'all. So through all of that, I was just very anxious. I started to really want to just disappear from the world and wanted to just become a nobody, because I was already building a platform and I was, working with a lot of brands and stuff like that. But once that happened, I kind of just wanted to disappear, y'all. Like, the world made me hate myself for a point, and I just realized that that was not of God, and I needed to fix that immediately. So after that, I kind of just started to lean on my boyfriend, and I was just like, very depressed because I got doxxed and my address was just publicly announced for the world to see, and I literally had people trying to find me at Home Depots. And it was just too much for me, and I just decided, like, I need to move, I need to get away, and the number one thing on my mind was God. God, get me through this. But what I didn't realize was God was actually opening a door for me to step into what he called me to do, which is building a ministry and bringing others closer to God and converting my life fully to Christ. So not even a month after all the Home Depot stuff happened, I went and got baptized, and that was such a beautiful thing for me. I was already kind of dibbling and dabbling into the Christian niche, I guess you can say, before I blew up. Like, actually a day before I blew up, I posted my first ever Christian video. You can actually go down and you'll see the video, and I was just like, wow, like, that's so crazy. Like, I just started posting for God and I blew up, and when I blew up, I just continued to post for God. So I actually had like 5 videos that I posted while I was like in the spotlight crazy, and it got so many views, and I just realized that in that moment, that was for me to just highlight my faith in God. It was no like getting anything out of it. I really didn't gain much from blowing up, y'all. Like, I kind of turned down every opportunity that came towards me because it didn't really align with my morals. And on top of that, a lot of people were just trying to use me to, build themselves, and I'm just not for that. So yeah. But after I kind of built a platform, I kind of got away from Instagram because my engagement was completely butchered. Like, it kind of still is, really. Like, I'm not gonna lie, unless I post like a major accomplishment, like, posting content on there gets me nowhere because people don't care. Like, people are just following me just to really hate me. Like, a lot of people hate me on there. But I just started posting on TikTok because this was my only platform that I did not have tainted by the world, and it really worked out in my favor. It was my one platform that I didn't have any followers on, nobody found, and I really was just like, you know what, I'm about to just start posting all my God content here, because one, TikTok is not as biased. Like, you either got it or you don't. So I just started to post my content on here and just be myself and take people along my journey with Christ. Like, when I got baptized, that's when I really started, taking my faith more serious. And that's when I was like, you know what, there's no more excuses for me. I'm about to really do what God has called me to do, which is be a faithful servant and spread Jesus. And yeah, I get a lot of hate on the daily, but I wouldn't trade it for the world, because that's how I know that I'm doing my job right. So yeah, I just literally started growing, and then not even a few days ago, like maybe 4 or 5 days ago, I went viral again for posting a Christian ceiling challenge, and I felt so at peace during all of that. Like, some people were saying the craziest thing. I've never seen no stuff like that, but people were saying the craziest things to me, and I just felt so at peace in all of that. I mostly felt at peace because I knew that what was going on needed to happen, and a lot of people needed that reminder to read their Bibles and, just love God and just, remember God in everything. So I really wasn't tripping at all the hate I was getting for literally not saying anything. I just was like, you know what, God, this is only one of the many times that I'm going to make the world upset displaying love for you. So, hey, bring it on, boo. Like, I really know that I am made to be a big influencer that just talks about God. Like, I just already know that, like, God has blessed me in so many aspects of growing a platform to, receive my blessings, but also to spread his word. So yeah, that is my testimony, and that is just how I went from Home Depot to being self-employed. I left school so that I could actually attend a community college so that I could get a trade, and that is my next step in life. I want to still make content, but I also want a career for myself. So that is what I am in the process of doing. If a lot of people are wondering, what are you doing now? I am getting to my bag and getting my big girl career and just being blessed, happy, and growing a community of Christ. And if you watch this whole thing thank you. But I did, before the year ended, just wanted to make my final, like, I guess you can say, testimonial post about the Home Depot situation, because 9 times out of 10 I'm not going to bring this into the next year, because we are way past that and we have definitely grown a lot more since then and just made a community here that I'm so grateful and blessed to have. So
she said a lot of things that are super interesting. She said one of the last things she said was that, you know, she's going to a community college now. She's going to get into some type of trade, and that she's getting to the bag, right? I don't think we honor women enough who go against the social pressure and the social norm, especially when it involves 7 figures. I truly believe she probably could have made millions of dollars if she would have went the OF direction. She would have made millions of dollars with the amount of attention that she had at that moment, with the opportunities that she had, that she said she turned down opportunities because they were not aligning with her value. I don't know why I said it like that. They were not aligning. She said she turned down opportunities because they did not align with her values, right? She probably could have done the whole interview circuit, the whole podcast circuit. She probably could have made a ton of money doing OF. But she turned that down in order to be used as a vessel for Christ. And I think that's beautiful. And I think that should be celebrated more than what is currently celebrated. You know, we see all these women, you know, doing OF, all these women making all this money. And there's a portion of society who thinks that, you know, that's good for them because it's empowerment. And, you know, now they're taking back what's theirs. But at what cost? At what cost? There is a certain point where I believe, I don't know if it's biblical, but there is a certain point where I believe you can sell your soul. Because if you're doing things strictly for money that you know is not right, that you know is not a positive to the minds of people, that you know is deconstructive, not constructive. If you're doing all of those things just to make a paycheck, in my opinion, you're selling your soul. And she had an opportunity to go in that direction, to make a bag probably a lot quicker than the bag that she's trying to get to right now. And she said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to choose to serve God. And she got a lot of hate for it. She got doxxed at her job. She probably got all types of crazy threats. She can't use her Instagram because all those dudes who thought she was attractive and who were trying to overly sexualize her on Instagram, that's probably the majority of people who follow her now. So it's just so crazy. Like, all of that burden that she endured by simply posting a picture of herself, all of that burden that she endured through posting a picture of herself actually turned out to be a pivot point that God used to propel her into this new season of her calling, to be an example for so many, you know, young women and women in general. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think that needs to be celebrated. You know, we celebrate all the negativity. We celebrate all the foolery. Why don't we celebrate somebody who is literally laying down their life for Christ? Because she could have made a bag quick, but she said, you know what? That doesn't glorify my God. So I'm not going to do it. And I respect it. I respect it. And I think there's a lot that we can learn through that testimony. There's a lot of little lessons that I think we could take on into our own life and apply. You know, and I pray that the Spirit reveals whatever message that he wants to reveal to you through this video. All right. Get in my comments, like this video. I'm out, y'all.